They tell you go-to-market is a formula, a checklist, a playbook you just follow, step by step, like some kind of safe path. They make it look simple, neat, something you can learn, repeat, and win. But deep inside, something burns. A frustration, a doubt, a gnawing feeling that maybe it's not that simple. Maybe it's all wrong. And that feeling? It's not just in your head. It's the crack in the wall that nobody talks about because nobody dares. Because if everything you thought you knew about go-to-market is wrong, then what do you hold on to? What do you trust? What do you build on when the ground beneath you trembles? That's the raw truth. The truth no one wants to admit out loud. Too many founders stuck in endless loops, pouring their souls into strategies that sound good on paper, only to crash against reality. Investors watching billions slip through their fingers, blinded by the same old myths. Leaders lost in the noise, chasing metrics that never tell the full story. What kills them, not products, not competitors, but the illusion of control, the lie that go-to-market is a path anyone can walk if only they follow the steps. Listen close, because the pain behind those failures is no accident. It's baked into the system. You live in a world that sells comfort dressed up as freedom and hands you rule books disguised as keys. This system believes that if you just do what everyone else does, if you play by the old rules, success will come. But the world's changed. Your customers, markets, and truths have shifted underground, away from those tired old maps. The industries you disrupt, the innovations you dream of, none of these belong in the neat boxes legacy thinking offers. The brutal reality, the traditional go-to-market is a caged mindset. It forces you to fit into molds that kill creativity, choke authenticity, and sacrifice the edges that make you different. It's designed for mediocrity disguised as predictability. It pretends to democratize success, but all it does is flatten the rare, the bold, the uniquely powerful. Here is where everything flips. To break through, to find the real go-to-market, you must unlearn everything you've been taught. It's not about better targeting or more funnels, not about optimization or scaling noise louder. It's about tearing down the entire illusion and building a new structure, one that bends to the complexity of human truth, not the greed of spreadsheets. Building real connection with your audience means stepping into their world, not where you think they should be. It means owning your identity with brutal honesty, not hiding behind jargon or hype. Real go-to-market is a dance, not a checklist. It's about creating movement so electric that your customers don't just buy. They become your tribe, your army, your collaborators in the mission to remake what's possible. Forget churn and growth hacking for a second. The true weapon is sovereignty. Owning your will so fiercely that no failing campaign, no rejection, no market shift can steal your fire. Sovereignty means refusing to be a cog in the system's machine, refusing to play its tired game. You don't follow the market, you lead it. You carve new edges where none existed before. But sovereignty alone isn't enough. You have to be radical about questioning everything. Don't accept best practices because they sound right. Don't trust experts who sell comfort over challenge. Tear apart your assumptions about customers, pricing, distribution, storytelling. Smash them to pieces if you must. Because only when you strip away comforting myths can you find the raw, fierce truth that will fuel breakthrough. And this truth will never come from the center. It comes from the fringes, from the edges where the boldest ideas live, where discomfort breeds creativity, where rejection sparks fire, where loneliness pushes you to find your real allies. You need to be selective, ruthless even, about who you align with. Forget crowds. Seek the few who burn as hot as you do. Because synergy among the rare is what the future's built on, not mass appeal. Patience is your secret weapon too. The world worships speed and instant wins, but eternity favors those who build slow, who build deep. Those who nurture relationships, who craft identity, who shape culture rather than chase quick hacks. The go-to-market magic comes not from scaling noise, but from amplifying essence, every day, every interaction, until the movement becomes unstoppable. Here's the kicker. True freedom in business doesn't come from doing what's safe or easy. It comes from embracing the chaos, the discomfort, the radical truth that you might fail spectacularly before you succeed. It means choosing a path that isolates you from the herd, a path where no roadmaps exist because you're making the road as you walk it. You are locked in a system made to prize comfort and sameness because that's how power stays in the hands of a few. But you, yes, you, are not here to play small or fit in. You are here to bring the rare, to be the radical, to be the untethered force that changes the world, because that world has no place for ordinary anymore. The new go-to-market is a living, breathing ecosystem of autonomous connections, where founders, investors, builders don't just exist, they align. They spark each other's fire. They combine brilliance that no single person possesses alone. Here, difference isn't a problem to fix. It's the source of unimaginable power. Diverse ideas clash and fuse to create something explosive and new. This is how revolutions start, not by mimicking nations or scaling noise, but by weaving rare and fiery souls into a network that is more than the sum of its parts. If you want to succeed the old way, keep trying what's comfortable. But if your heart aches for more, if you feel that hunger that won't stop yelling at you in the dead of night, then you've already started the journey. This hunger is the signal, the quiet voice of your own sovereignty calling you to shed the shackles of noise and mediocrity. It's time to stop playing defense and start creating the future. To refuse borrowed comfort, too many meetings, useless metrics, and that numbing illusion they call safety. It's time to burn with purpose, to craft go-to-market as a living expression of your mission and your truth. To stop lip service to freedom and practice it with ruthless intent. This is where true autonomy begins. Look around. The system forgot you. It left no room or infrastructure for the exceptional. So build it yourself. Find the few who dare. Connect, collaborate, create. Build an autonomous network, not just of products or services, but of fire, courage, and relentless drive. Become the spark in the darkness, the signal that revolution is coming. This is your call not to join something, but to become something. To dismiss what's easy and predictable and build from the edge inward. To redefine reality, not chase illusions. To find your true market not where everyone else is, but where no one dares to go. You don't need the world to recognize you to start changing it. You just need to recognize your own power and stop waiting for permission. Everything about go-to-market you thought you knew is wrong. That sucks. But here's the gift, because in that, there is total freedom. You are free to break every rule, rewrite every play, remake every connection. You get to lead a revolution, not of theory, but of real change, real impact, real liberation. Now it's time. Time to step beyond the noise, beyond the comfort, beyond the lies. Time to build your go-to-market like it's the last chance you'll ever get. Because for you, it might be. But for the world, it might just be the beginning.